Good evening. I'm WFUK, and this is Chuck Hucklebuck. Good evening. I'm Chuck Hucklebuck, and this is WFUK News, Rumors, and Results for Massacre and Eclipse and TOPW. We're going to open up with a little bit of breaking news. Jimmy Anderson's bird has passed away. That was the Big Bird, the puppeteer Big Bird. You know what? It sounds better the other way. Because, fuck Jimmy. Welcome back. We're going to open up with TOPW that was live at the Janitorial Department, Coast Guard Station, South Padre Island, Texas. What? Alright. TOPW opened up with a singles match. It was Vanilla Milkshake. He doesn't go by Vanilla Milkshake here. He's only Vanilla Milkshake in the retarded place. Zach Irvin faced the iconic Savage. Zach Irvin walked away with the victory somehow by being less handicapped. Next, it was a singles match between the Salesman taking on not Grim the Clown, but indeed a clown all the way around. It was Carney, the Salesman, picks up quite an easy victory in a crushing squash match. Next, it was Brother Moses taking on the Mind. The Mind picks up the victory over Brother Moses. However, if you're checking out NWP right now, Brother Moses is going to be going for his first ever World Heavyweight Championship. Check out our other brand. I plugged y'all. You're welcome, Denise. Moving along. Singles match between Average Joe and Scars, where Average Joe picked up an average victory. An above average victory. That sounds better. I did you a favor there, kid. You're doing good. Next, it was Hella Undead facing off with Josh Ryan, the Wild Man. Josh Ryan picks up the victory over Hella Undead. Hella Undead will later be featured in another match, as you'll see. In your main event, it was a tag team match between Sweet Frankie P and the Cordial One. Conrad Wallace taking on Doomsayer and the Great One Scott Chambers. Sweet Frankie P and the Cordial One was somehow able to get along, and the only reason but they did win, though, because it looked like Doomsayer and the Great One was going to pick up the victory. Nevlin appeared out of nowhere, then faded to dark, and then all we seen was Conrad laying on top. 1, 2, 3. Mystery Man appears again. The man of the puzzle. Can't wait. Ooh, yeah. I can't do it like the Macho Hook. That rounded out TOPW. Thank fucking God. Hopefully that'll be the last TOPW ever. I'm joking. Ha, I got you. Next, we opened up with Massacre that I can't find. Can we take a time out? We need a commercial break. Roll that shit.
Man, I know I look like a bull. I know I look like a beetle. Motherfucking hammerhead shot.
Right, boss.
A motherfucking sloth.
You right, boss.
I know I look like the thing off of Ice.
You right, boss.
The thing off of Goonies and Wrong Turn. But I don't give a fuck, nigga.
And welcome back. Massacre and Eclipse came to you live from Santa Claus's meth lab, Alexandria, LA. Is that a real place? That's not real. What the fuck? And they said that we picked fantasy locations. Really? What the fuck? Who hired this guy? I hear he's a coward. Anyway, moving along. Opening up was a special guest, Professor Britwigger, dressed as Santa Claus. And everything was cheery. The children came to sit on his lap, and then all of a sudden, darkness. He smacked the child to the floor. He smacked the child to a floor. He rose to his feet and said, you know what? He became Bad Santa. He demands his title shot that he earned back at Devil's Night. How will Macho Huck and Dan Ness respond? Is Dan Ness actually officially like a lead person around here now? I don't know. He's a coward. Moving on. We've seen a segment where the Huck had to punish Damage Danny Day. And no, I don't mean sexually. I don't want, anyone to think anything like that. There's going to be no BSMD. Is that what it's called? I don't know. I haven't had sex in 10 years. Anyway, he had to punish Damage Day for her actions turning against XWE and the Massacre and Eclipse brand, actually, saying that she wanted to, y'all see the whole fucking thing. Y'all know what's going on. So he put her in the asylum. He locked her up. And we seen a day in the life of Damage Day, and she was eating worms, watching a ferret and Shelly from South Park. It was strange, and Huck put her to sleep. And we haven't heard from her since, but we hope to hear from her at the Passion where she's supposed to be booked. Next, it was a singles match. Mary J taking on Grim the Clown. Grim the Clown was attacked by Bruno before the match even was started. Bruno rolled Grim in there. We're going to call Bruno's special move the Destroyer. It probably is not that, but it sounds fucking good right now. And Mary J took advantage of that, pinning the Massacre champion. 1, 2, 3. Mary J picks up the victory. Next, it was a triple threat match between Shooter J taking on the Devil's Executioner, taking on Bruno. Well, guess what? The match after, Grim the Clown got his revenge as he interfered in this match, taking out Bruno, which led Shooter J to slide on over to Bruno to pick up the 3 count. Nope. Devil's Executioner slides in, hits Shooter J, throws him over the ring, takes advantage of the victory. 1, 2, 3. The Devil's Executioner continues along his path of dominance here in the XWE as the hardcore champion. Shooter J remains the television champion and continues his AK shoot style and just who's going to beat him. He hasn't been pinned yet. He wasn't pinned in this match. So technically, can you say he lost? Shoot style. Next, it was the antagonist, Anthony Everson, taking on Dos Lucha, and what finally actually seemed like a true match from Dos Lucha. We actually seen the man fight for once instead of stabbing someone in the shower. However, the antagonist, with his mini mask and switching languages that us normal white folk cannot pick up on, picks up the victory. Next, it was the X Division Championship match between the System and Austin Ace. Grim the Clown and the Reaper were ringside, and the Reaper actually did something right this time. I'm kidding, he didn't. The Reaper tried to interfere and almost cost the match for the System. Grim the Clown steps in, shoving the Reaper out of the way, hitting Austin Ace with the boot boop. While the referee was distracted by the System takes advantage and retains the championship. Jesus. These fucking kids. The main event was Daniel Sate taking on Draven Frost. Draven Frost picks up the victory via a return of Happy. Happy gets his way. Happy shows up, interferes on Daniel Sate. Draven takes advantage, powering down with that big, massive power slam, climbing the top rope, swanton bomb onto Daniel Sate. 1, 2, 3. The Wolf, the Alpha Wolf, picks up the victory. Next, we move into Friday Night Eclipse, and as we opened up, seeing Raw talking to his opponent, Isaiah, for the Passion. And these two men, the man of conspiracy, the man that's been sent forward to solve the conspiracy. Who is Isaiah? It's Nick Maglio. But who is Isaiah? It's Nick Maglio. Who is Isaiah? It's Nick Maglio. Moving along, it was the singles match between the Dragon Queen and her debut, supposed to be facing Cat Morado. Cat Morado was unable to show because she was drunk as fuck. At least that's what Doomsayer told us. Anyway, the Dragon Queen picks up the victory. Helen Shively. We're going to call her Helen Shively. I shouldn't. I just ruined kayfabe, didn't I? Hella Undead stepped in. However, Hella Undead, because of her bravery and her appreciation and thankfulness from the Macho Huck, has agreed that he is more than willing to give her a women's championship shot for the first time ever here in XWE, because he really did greatly appreciate that, because no shows are fucked up, grim, Next, it was a singles match. What was supposed to be just with Georgia Wildfire taking on the Gut Matt Diamond. Ronnie Lames. Why are so many interferences around here? You people can't win a match on your fucking own. Ronnie Lames. These two have combined forces. The Cut picked up his very first victory, but he just couldn't take the victory and leave. They continued to put a beat down on Georgia Wildfire. We don't know why, but we wait to hear from Georgia. Or we hope that she's not fucking dead after the whooping they laid on. I mean, what's wrong with that Ronnie Lames guy? This isn't NWA. Next, it was supposed to be the Cult-Tecular Connection taking on the Cult of Personality. Well, there was just a lot of shit there. The victory was awarded to the Brutal Bastard and the Unfiltered Animal, as Sonny and Ronnie, or at least Ronnie, or both of them are apparently missing, according to Doomsayer. Doomsayer was just all over this card tonight, just calling all kind of disturbances. So Sonny and Ronnie are now missing. MIA. More to come. Hopefully we get filled in on that. If we don't, fuck it. We'll have to start our own Unsolved Mysteries. Do we got that video with David Jones and David Yoder? You know what I'm talking. Next, it was, I can't say this, coon hunting continued. The Morgue Man, Eclipse champion, it was a non-title match, taking on Jackal. Special guest referee was the Chocolate Delight, Lorraine Carter. Lorraine Carter will be having his last match for the time being in XWE next week as he faces the Morgue Man for the World Championship at the Passion. However, tonight, Carter tried to lay out the Morgue Man. The Morgue Man was a little bit smart on his feet, though. He was ready for Carter to try something stupid. The Morgue Man did defeat Jackal. However, it was by complete 10 count, as, of course, the Chocolate Delight would not count the 3 count. So, the Morgue Man beat Jackal outside of the ring to cause a 10 count, which still Lorraine Carter tried to refuse, as he counted out the Morgue Man and declared a double disqualification. I mean, did we not see that coming? I mean, you're going to pay for this. Screwing that Morgue Man, knowing he's the world champion and top talent around here. Gosh. Next, it was the main event, Intercontinental Championship match between Johnny Christ and Cody the Petty. The one Petty, the traitor, the one that says he wasn't going to appear. Johnny Christ was one step ahead and he caught Cody Petty. It was an unsanctioned match, of course, and he beat Cody Petty all over the goddamn parking lot, all the way down to near where XWE was taking place. A match has been made for the Passion that will now be for the for the Bloody Boy, I'm doing good. We don't need to drink anymore. Bloody Intercontinental Championship at the Passion. It will be Cody the One Petty taking on Johnny Christ, baby. That's going to be one hell of a match. I got to tell you, that's going to be one fucking hell of a match. I'm so glad. I'm tooting my horn that rivalry has been made. And that is going to be Cody Petty's first fucking match back, as he has been ordered by the CEO to be a part of Massacre and Eclipse. He has a total of a week to surrender his GM spot for TOPW. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Massacre and Eclipse. We hope you tune in for the Passion, which promises to be one hell of a show, as there's going to be an appearance from David Huckin Jones. But that's not all. The card will be produced very soon. I hope you all enjoy. And this has been WFUK. I'm Chuck Hucklebuck. And I leave you with this.
Fuck you, Huck! Fuck you, Dan! You cowards!